Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today we've got the second variety that was sent to me by the kind folk over at King David. This is their non-fried instant noodles beef flavor. And the chicken one was really quite good, and my point of contact over there, she says she thinks I'll like this one even better. So, if that's the case, wow. I am definitely enthused. So we're going to get this going right about now. So, King David makes a lot of private label products, which is cool. Everybody likes private label. It's like, let's flip it over a couple times. There we go. And we're going to run this for 4.5 minutes. That's what I did yesterday. It was between 4 to 5 minutes. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, oh, what did I say? I was going to talk about names. Yeah, so my name is Hans. And, I don't know. I think everybody gets made fun no matter what name they've got, like when they're a kid. I got Hans the Fonz. And, Heinz ketchup and lettuce. Which was pretty silly. That's a stretch. But yeah, everybody gets a little bit of junk in school. But all 3 of my children have 3 middle names. Did you know that? I always thought it's like, hey, give them 3 middle names. Why not? Got Miles, Edward, Matthew, Frederick, Miriam, Elizabeth, Petra, Ann, and Andreas, Wolfgang, Benjamin, Walter. So that's a lot of names there, and they all have special meanings. I don't think I have time to go into all of them, but there are reasons for each one of those names. So, yeah. Yes, indeed. Sadly, it's been, it's mid-August now. I haven't spoken to my oldest, Andy, since June 1st of June last year. First week of June. Bums me out. He's 17. He's cranky with his old man. I told him to get a COVID shot. That's all it took. He just wrote me off quick. He was like, doctors are saying never get a COVID shot. I'm like, really? Really? But he hasn't talked to me in over a year, so I figure he will at some point. I was 17 once. I got passionate and cranky about all sorts of stuff. So I'll give him his breathing room. But makes me sad. But what can you do? Anyways, I'm doing an instant noodle review and telling you about the sadness in my life. Yeah, hopefully this beef is not a sadness. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on today? We got a thunderstorm possibly coming. That'll be neat. And I'm going to get 4 more reviews to do for tomorrow. And yeah, have to go out walking after my wife gets home in hopes that they've got good mung bean sprouts at the local store. 2 things I have to have at all times to do what I do: spring onion and mung bean sprouts. If I don't have mung bean sprouts, I get irritable. And if I can't get good spring onion, oh, forget about it. But I went there to get some new mung bean sprouts because the ones I've got, the expiration date is tomorrow, which means today's the last day I can use them because usually, and they're kind of iffy already. They've got ones in there that are dated from the 6th, and today is the 10th. It's like that bag, probably if you picked that bag up and looked at it, it would just be a puddle of water at the bottom and then some mung bean sprouts on top. They're so far gone at this point, it's ridiculous. People are like, grow your own, you can grow your own No. Are you kidding? I don't have time for that crap. That's why we have stores. So yeah. 2, 1, beef noodle time. All right. Here comes our lid. Oh, somebody's harassing me. Hello, somebody. Yeah. Loosen the noodle. The noodle blocks are really, really dense, and then when you loosen them up, they go really well. And it turns out this company did a private label for another company. The noodle wasn't bad, but the flavor of that one was horrible. They're like, oh, they get the flavor from somebody else. And I'm like, ah, okay. Well, I won't blame you on that. Yeah. So many little bits and pieces that go into all these foods that we consume and where they come from and how they're sourced. I'm very curious about this one. You have no idea how curious I'm about this. Very deep, beefy brown. So we've got an oil and a soy sauce sachet. Ah, that's enough. I'm doing my show, kid. Yeah, that's enough of that, please. 1 and 2. Yeah, dual sachet. I have a feeling they do this one. All right. And now we stir. All right. Will I like the beef? Where's the beef? Here's the beef. Let's give this a sampling. The noodles are very light, very thin. At least the last ones are. Cheers. I like the noodle. Here, you got to get closer to this so you can see it. Very strong beefiness and nice oiliness. That was what I noticed about the last one, was that the oiliness was definitely on point. Here's your broth. That's good. That is a good straight beef noodle. I'm impressed. Yet again. Yet again, I like. So thank you for sending. Ooh. Oh, you right there. Oh. Thinking I might be due to get a new monopod base. This one doesn't like to sit exactly the way I would prefer it to these days. Okay, yeah, that sits pretty good like that. We got some beef. I made my wife some beef last night using my perfected beef method. What is my method for perfect beef? I might tell you someday. Although I will say, consuming it right after you prepare it, that works out a bit better. I thought it was funny. Somebody described the amount of mung bean spring onion I use as quote unquote an unhealthy amount of spring onion. How it is a vegetable. Do a dash of shichimi on top. And there you are. Beefy noodly goodness. Now when I say this is a beef noodle, this doesn't have that braised beef kind of flavor that you might think of when you think Chinese beef noodle. It's more Western, I'd say. I'd like you to see the beef. Here we go. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's a really good one. It's coming from a company called King David out of China. And you can get private label stuff. So you can get that with your own logo on it or something else. Pretty cool. The next one you're going to see is this. This is a Nissin Men Shokunin Yuzu Shio. I'm hopeful. I generally am not partial to yuzu. This came out of a Zen Pop box. You can go to zenpop.jp, use the coupon code TheRamenRaider for a discount, and yeah, you can do that. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.